What was that? We good?
Good.
You ready to start?
Yeah. Do I look like a fat slouch?
Yeah, but that has little bearing on the show. Remember when we were supposed to do this 2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah, it's been. We're supposed to do this 2 weeks ago, but you know that's okay that everyone else beat us to it.
Beat us.
What is the what's the cringiest shit you've ever seen on the internet?
Might be the thing that you showed on Friday Night Hangout 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Or a week ago.
Yeah, the girl doing the stand-up.
Yep.
Yeah, that girl was terrible. But I'll tell you a thing that is way cringier than than anything else. The cringiest website of all time. You've seen it, Ryan.
I have.
You already know what it is.
That's correct.
It's CAMEO.com.
Yes.
Have you done any exploring on Cameo?
No.
Have you really looked through it at all? All right, we're going to look through CAMEO.com tonight. Of course, we were supposed to do this. I planned this. I told you about this idea how long ago?
It was
now?
about a month ago.
It was at least a month ago now. I told you about this idea. I've been wanting to do this I've had the idea for like at least 2 months now. And anyway, CAMEO.com, these celebrities, quote unquote.
I was about to say that.
Celebrities go on there, mostly the washed up go on there, but some real, like Brett Favre, he's a celebrity. Wesley Snipes is on there.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, so, I mean, we all know why he's on there, but he's on there. So a lot of these washed up folks are on there trying to make a buck or two.
Or five.
And, of course, I wanted to make fun of him for it. It was funny enough on its own. And then you didn't show up 1 week. You know, what happened? What happened again 2 weeks ago when you didn't show up?
I stayed up too late. I was playing Red Dead Redemption.
So you thought Red Dead Redemption more important than doing this show?
No.
Then last week I was sick, so I told you don't come. So I've been holding off this episode until you could come into the studio. And in that time, what fucking happened?
I don't know. Nothing. Oh, well, everybody jumped on this.
Everybody jumped on it because 4chan tricked Brett Favre, Soulja Boy, and Andy Dick.
Soulja Boy too?
Soulja Boy.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you even know he was still a thing?
No.
So they tricked them into being anti-Semitic.
Cool.
It is pretty cool. Obviously, I'm very much for that, but I don't like the part where now...
I was tricked into being anti-Semitic too, with logic and information.
Yeah. Learning about Israel. Learning about Israel will oftentimes trick you into being anti-Semitic.
This is a comedy show.
The point is, though, everybody now has jumped on this. They're talking about... Now it looks like we're stealing the idea from 4chan.
Yeah.
But I had this idea 2 months
this.
ago. Yeah, this was the episode we were supposed to do 2 weeks ago. So we're going to cover it tonight. You know, these celebrities... Everything. I got 2 new goons for you. They're very famous goons, but they're goons nonetheless. It's going to be a wild ride. Let's go bully the internet that has already been bullied. This is Pod Awful.
When you're stuck in the back and you wanna die, Pod Awful makes that worse. Your government needs, they won't let you fly. Pod Awful quench your thirst.
You know what? You're not funny. I want to really kick your ass.
What's up, guys? Exactly 6 million downloads. I'm your host, Jesse PS. You can friend me on Facebook, and you can join our Facebook cult, podawful.com/cult. They're saying in the chat room already, Ryan, it looks like we're copying PewDiePie. Apparently, he did Cameo this morning. PewDiePie. Do you ever watch PewDiePie?
No.
I don't watch him. I'm not into that. I'm not part of the whole subscribe to him because isn't it funny? I don't know what a T-series is. I don't know any of that shit. I'm not part of that. Again, I had this idea 2 months ago, which I can prove on the show, and I will be proving that tonight because
With our texts?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've got emails and stuff. I did one of these cameos.
Oh.
I had the idea to fuck with somebody doing a cameo months ago, and I put it in like weeks and weeks ago. So you were supposed to be on 2 weeks ago.
True that.
But... I had to wait till 2 weeks ago only because I was waiting for the cameo to come through.
Right.
I paid $100 to make this stupid episode happen. And now, by the way, I want $100 made back in super chats tonight.
That's true.
I'm just throwing that out right now because this is all being thrown away. Nobody cares about Cameo anymore. This is my big idea for an episode from 2 weeks ago that you guys have been waiting for.
It's been.
Yeah, it's been. And now it's already it's been done. It's all been done.
It's
Another
all been done.
that's another
Yes.
Bare Naked Ladies
Yes,
song.
it is.
It's all been done. Oh, woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. So I want super chats tonight. Now, here's the deal. If you don't know what Cameo is, again, you can pay quote unquote celebrities. They are quote unquote celebrities. You can pay them to say anything, basically, that's cringe in and of itself.
Right.
That
There's
alone.
a demand for it, and then that they will do that.
The fact that they have stooped to this level. Yes, it's sad. It's like pathetic. And I know you're seeing these people at the top here, and you're probably like, who the fuck are they? I've never heard of any of these people. But there are real celebrities on here. Here's the featured one right now is Brett Favre, who they tricked into being an anti-Semite. Again, in the same way Ryan and I were tricked by learning about Israel and the facts and everything. So you can pay Snooki from Jersey Shore. Who is Todrick Hall? Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay, well, that's a
I
guy.
think he's Taj Mah's brother.
Taj Mahal's brother, yeah. And then Lance Bass from NSYNC. You can pay Lance Bass to say fucking anything. Well, guess what? I invented this years ago, okay? I joined Fiverr when Fiverr first started.
Yeah.
When my show was very brand new, and people would pay me $5 to say anything on the show.
Huh.
And it was like a brand new concept. So even though I was nobody, people would do it.
Still want to make people say stuff.
They want to, yeah, you want to make a man your puppet, which is another reason this is so cringy, is because you can make celebrities your puppet. That makes no sense.
Nope.
If you had a dream celeb you could do this to, who would it be?
Martin Luther King.
Yeah. What would it be? I had a dream.
I had a dream that one time I was constipated.
And he'd have to do it for $50
Yeah,
or whatever he set it would probably be 50, right?
Yeah.
They named some boulevards after him. So you can pay me to say anything tonight, or Ryan.
By the way, I wouldn't be paying because of the color of his skin. I'd be paying for the content
of his character.
Of
Of course. And I dream of the day where little black boys and little white girls or whatever can come together on Cameo and make the same amount of money saying nonsense that 4chan tricks them into. So tonight on the show, super chats. If you want to send in super chats, whatever you say, I have to repeat it. So that's literally the point of super chats. Like that's the normal point of it.
Right.
So Cameo, what the fuck is the point?
True.
That's literally what a super chat is. So you want to make me say shit tonight? Send in your super chats. I need them. I need to make back $100 on this episode because otherwise I just flushed it down the toilet. I hope you guys enjoy the Cameo I made. I think you're going to like it quite a bit. In fact, we just got a super chat in, Ryan, from Morgan for $10 right off the bat. A great one.
Morgan.
Morgan just says, make them pay.
Wow.
All right, I agree with that. Absolutely. Make them pay. So send in those super chats. Let's check in. By the way, we are live as we are every Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time over at podawful.tv. We've got the live video stream going on right now. If you're not watching us live, if you're listening to the audio version, you can check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/podawful. Hit subscribe there. Hit that like button if you're watching us right now. And let me check in with that chat room, see what they're saying. We do have a chat room. And, I can't check the chat room all night. That's the point of the super chats, but let's see what they're saying right now. Not heard of until 10 minutes ago. Okay, so somebody hasn't heard of this Cameo thing, I guess. We got another super chat in. Josh says, Josh has paid $2. Now, I will give you this $2 if you say this.
Okay.
But he wants you to say this. He says, Ryan, say, Gavin McAnus is a white nationalist.
There's no way. No.
Who is Gavin McAnus?
I see what you're trying to do.
I mean, that's what it says. Gavin McAnus is a white nationalist.
That
$2, dude.
That sounds very
now,
similar
I've said
to...
it, so technically the super chat is fulfilled. But, Ryan, I will give you the $2.
I'm getting fat, I think.
Well, do you want to say it or no?
No.
Okay. Pavich says that he wants me to say, I am the Senate. Okay, some prequel memes. Caleb says, death to all clowns. All right, thank you so much for the super chats. I don't know what they're talking about in the normal chat room, which is why we don't check in with the normal chat room anymore. They're just having their own conversations. Isn't that fun? Conversations, of course. So let's go back to Cameo here. The Fat Jewish. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
He's a guy who just steals from. You want to see one of these things?
Yep.
Let's see what a Cameo is like.
Mindy, what up, skinny Jew? This is the Fat Jewish. Your wife Taylor and your dog Tur, yes, that's a dog daughter, Miley, wanted me to hit you up to tell you mazel. Big fucking giant mazel on your wedding earlier this year. Heard it was tasteful, heard it was incredible. Kinda got stiffed on an invite. I already knew about it because I'm following the Taylor trash feed. I'm a huge stalker. Love you, mean it.
Yikes. That now he's a guy though where you go, okay, well that is what this guy does, right? Like he was just a Twitter guy, so it doesn't really matter. But then you've got Tom Felton from Harry Potter on here, okay,
Wait,
and he is looking worse for the wear. Now
Who he played did it?
he was Draco Malfoy,
Oh no, he was not.
and he is looking
That's
like
Draco Malfoy.
this is Draco Malfoy.
Oh, he looks like a fucking
He looks-
a mechanic.
He looks methed out.
He looks like
This is a man. This looks like a man who spends most of his days at a convenience store.
yes.
You know what I mean? He's
In
spending
front of it.
hanging
Smoking
out.
menthols.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Isabel, Erin, my two favorite Slytherins, please get your robes and wands ready because the sorting hat has spoken.
Oh.
Lindsay has told me, Draco Malfoy, to put a spell on you.
Wow,
until
he's
you
got his
accept
own
being her maid.
Funko Pop. Hang on a second. He just held up a Funko Pop of himself as Draco Malfoy.
I hate this already.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen. How fucking pathetic is this?
It's actually it's sub cringe. It's pathetic.
It's
though.
pathetic.
Pathetic is a great way to.
What an honor that would be. Please send an owl her way if you'll accept. Peace and love.
He's like a 40-year-old British guy.
That
now.
is awful.
Bella,
Is it-
I know Bella Thorne. I follow her on Snapchat.
You know her because
I don't
you
know her
follow
personally.
her on Snapchat.
But she's a weird, like, grow my armpits out one week, like her armpit hair. And then she's like she's always with this gay puppy man. This man who acts like a puppy and he's gay and has a nose ring.
What does that mean? A gay puppy
When you
man?
see him, you'd be like, he has the soul of a puppy and the face of a gay man.
Okay.
And he's got a big gap tooth and he's like, everything's beautiful. Ah. He's always positive.
That's probably a
HIV
pretty good
positive.
impression of him.
It is.
Okay, well, I did not plan to play. I didn't plan to play that video by Tom Felton. Didn't know about the Funko Pop. We hate Funko Pops here. So
I have one.
I bet you fucking
I have
do.
literally
right?
one, though. It's Rocco.
Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. How does that even work as a Funko Pop? He's
It's
not
actually
even
Rocco
human.
Siffredi, the porn star.
That's too deep a cut. Let me play the Lance Bass one. Oh yeah, Bella Thorne is on there. Do you want to see the Bella Thorne one? Okay.
I heard John and Jada are spending a year together and they're celebrating it now. I just want to say happy motherfucking congratulations.
Happy
I, as
Happy
well, will be
congratulations.
celebrating spending.
Look at what Cameo does to you. It fucking strings you out. Jesus Christ. Tom Felton, Bella Thorne, what is going on?
How much were
a
these?
year with someone.
a great question.
My
Let's
boyfriend
find out.
Wand, in October, so I'm very excited for you, more than usual. But yeah, I wanted to say fucking congrats. That's
Gross. Look at her teeth. Ugh.
It's kind of hot.
No, she's really. Oh, she's temporarily unavailable. So that happens with these guys. They get too methed out. They don't. You can't book them anymore. Let's see how much Tom Felton is temporarily unavailable. These are the guys they're listing on the front page. These are their biggest guys. All right, Fat Jewish. How much is he? $350. That's more than what I paid for the guy that I did.
That's crazy.
I paid only $100.
That's right.
Jesus Christ, $350 for the fucking fat Jew. How much is Brett Favre? Let's see.
Brett Favre.
He's $500.
Ugh,
Brett Favre, $500 to get him to say something, and he's still. I
not
can't believe
worth it.
he's still
How
doing
could that
it.
possibly be worth it? There's no thing that he could say.
How much do you think Lance Bass is?
I bet $400 to $500.
Let's see. Only $199.
Oh,
And by the way, I think these
Ew,
guys set their own prices.
99.
Yeah, he's trying to do it like a salesman.
Oof.
I think these guys set their own prices too. I don't think Cameo does it. So that's what Lance Bass thinks Lance Bass is worth.
Hmm.
And also he wants to get like more of them, probably. He's probably like, I need these. The ammo poppers aren't going to pay for themselves.
He wanted to go to space. Remember that? He wanted to go in the space
You
in a
think
guy's
he's-
butt.
You think he's doing this to pay for his way to space again?
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to get in with Elon Musk.
He wants to get in the inner space.
Yeah. Wow.
Dennis Quaid.
Come I can't believe Brett Favre is still doing it though, considering what happened to him. You know, he got tricked. Let's play the video of Brett Favre and the other celebs getting tricked. The quote unquote celebs getting tricked by 4chan and I don't know, alt-right trolls is what they call them.
Chicago tech company says it was duped by a hate group. 3 celebrities
They
were
done
tricked
got
as well,
duped.
including Pro Football Hall of Famer Brett Favre. CBS 2's Jeremy
Is that
Ross
Pablo
has
Francisco?
more on how
Yeah.
it happened and what
cancer?
the company plans to do from
Yeah, the news anchor here is Pablo Francisco with cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
But you know, he used to be a really funny guy.
Yes.
And then he lost his comedy when
Did
the
you-
hair fell out.
Oh man, did you see him falling off the stage? He was like, no, I can do it, man. He was on. He was,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and they were
yeah.
like, no, dude, just get off. They turned the lights on and they put the music up. He's like, no, look, I can do it. Beep, boop, bop. Oh, the Cardinals. Where you? He was just spinning
In
the
a
wheel of
world.
impressions.
Yeah, he just
It was
starts
so sad.
in a world.
Yeah.
Pablo Francisco, the downfall, literally, of Pablo Francisco.
keeping it from happening again.
The founder and CEO of tech company CAMEO calls this Westtown location his new headquarters.
Yeah, we have a couple conference rooms.
Stephen Galana says 28 employees
looks
will
like the
work here
worst.
with plans to more than triple that. But he's encountered
Okay, so my first thought was, why is my camera fucking up again? Jesus Christ, I thought I had this fixed. There's
frick.
no reason for that. Why is it going out of guys, I need a new computer. I need your $100 tonight. Honestly, this is a nightmare and I can't keep doing the show this way. It's literally just putting something in full screen now slows down my camera for some reason. That's fun. Okay, so my first thought though when it came to this, of course, was, oh, there's an anti-Semitic hate crime. Well, you know what that means. What you doing, Rabbi? Because now, Ryan, why are you trying not to spit out your coffee laughing
That's
when I
funny.
say that?
I like echo stuff
Why do you like that?
because I live in an echo
Okay.
Cambrai.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of times when these anti-Semitic hate crimes happen, it turns out Jews did them to themselves.
Right.
Now, none of the people, I believe, who were tricked into saying this stuff are Jewish.
Right.
So that led me to go, well, maybe the CEO of Cameo did this to get press for Cameo. Because this is the first time anyone's hearing a Cameo.
That's a great
You
point.
didn't hear anybody talking about it until this
That's a
happened.
great point.
But weirdly, he turned out to be Greek.
Ah,
So, can Greek people
be
be
Jewish.
Jewish? Is the obvious question. Crypto, Greek, Jewishness.
unexpected growing pains.
It was brutal. I mean, it made us sick.
He says this week they learned an anti-Semitic group took advantage of a service.
Thinking maybe we could start a new boy band.
There's a Lance
Celebrities
Bass
like
one.
Lance Bass can be paid up to $1,000 to send you personal video messages through Cameo. The site boasts thousands of other high-profile artists and influencers. The celebrity is sent a script by the user to record.
Wow.
They can accept or
looks
decline
like
the
shit.
request.
Snooki.
What was
Around
that
November
B-roll of
22nd,
the
Football Hall of
click?
Famer Brett Favre made this message reading
Oh, check it out,
seemingly
check it out. Here it
benign
is.
words and phrases. It turned out to be coded hate messages.
This group took the video and put it on YouTube and had the caption of the YouTube video say, Brett Favre calls out the Jews.
Galana says it went viral in the hate
Can you pause that
community.
real quick?
Favre posted
Doesn't he look like that guy Mark something who owns
Nice.
No, the guy from Shark Tank.
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban and Cenk Unger.
Yes, he
Like
looks
he's got
like
that disgusting
he looks like if
You can't trust
Cenk
him.
Chugler
sure.
put a butt baby inside of Mark Cuban, and Mark Cuban 9 days later
Mhm.
birthed it out of his
Yes.
man womb.
And Mr. Wonderful just said, "I'm out."
It would be Barbara who said she's out.
Oh, why?
She always is out. That's the running gag on Shark
I didn't know
Tank.
that.
The running Shark Tank gag is that Barbara is always out for just no reason.
Yeah.
She never invests in anybody.
I need a nap. I'm out.
She's always the first one, and she goes like this. She'll be like, to be like, let's say a guy brought in like something that helps fat people wipe themselves. She'd be like, to be honest, I'm not fat, so I'm out. And it's like, well, yeah, but there still are fat people. you know?
Yeah.
So that's her reasoning. She always has a reason, but it doesn't compute.
That's great.
Whatsoever.
Her and those clanky fake teeth.
Yeah, her dentures.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize she's the Corcoran from, like, there's the real estate places all around.
Oh
here.
yeah, Barbara.
That's who that
Corcoran
is.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was her.
Hmm.
I just think of her as being the lady who's out.
That's the Polydent out lady.
I feel like I should go into the real estate place and have them find me a place to live. And for every single one they show me, I just go, you know what? This one has doors. I'm out.
Yeah. I'm here to get 4 walls around myself, and there's clearly 6.
So
out.
for that reason, I'm out.
On Facebook, reading in part, quote, like most Americans, I am sickened by what these groups stand for.
Oh,
Had I
yeah.
understood the source of the request, I never would have
Sickened.
fulfilled it, but Favre was not alone.
Keep our military troops.
Andy
Comedian
Dick.
Andy Dick
Man, they new song named The Juice Available on SoundCloud, man.
and rappers.
Okay.
What?
All right. Hang on a second. You can't be mad at Soldier Boy. Number one,
He's
if
a
you can
retard.
even understand what he's saying,
Hmm.
you're levels above all the rest
He was
of
actually
us.
speaking Nazi German right there.
That he might always be saying this stuff. It's impossible to know. G unit gang on Cyclops. You're like, what? I'm pretty sure half the things you just said are the names of X-Men. Beast Jean Grey, Cyclops.
Yeah. Mystique Magneto, motherfucker, shit.
Blob.
Rhino.
Rhino is a Spider-Man villain.
Okay.
God damn it, Ryan. Fuck this shit up every time.
Soldier Boy also unknowingly recorded similar messages.
This has been a platform used for so much.
Unknowingly.
There's
Good
a
with
problem. It's with the Jew.
By the way, black people they're already down. They're J-woke to that. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. They're already down on that. They know.
Oh, J-woke?
Oh, especially the recording artists, black people.
Mm.
You know-
yeah.
Oh, them Jewish record executives and Cyclops.
Yeah. My landlord, owner, property taxes.
They're lawyers. They all know what's going on with it. Soldier Boy wasn't out of the loop when he said it.
There
trust
are
me.
bad people out there, and now we're being more vigilant about that.
Galana says his service does not allow hateful or racist content, and the
Gulp.
user was banned. They're also now using a system to search for names, words, and acronyms linked to hate groups in an effort to prevent this going forward.
We've done over 100,000 of these in the 2 years since we've been in existence. These are the first videos we've ever had to pull.
The business admits they can't catch all coded messages, even with the best search filters. They're also trying to remove the videos from sites like YouTube. In the newsroom, Jeremy Ross.
Well, good luck. Good luck. No,
so
they actually.
dumb.
I mean, it's literally in this video.
Right.
And this is on YouTube.
They'll have to take this off.
I played this because I was
Yeah.
trying to find those videos, and this one had all 3, and it's on YouTube.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, is the guy who appeared in your news segment going to go, actually, you guys aren't allowed to use this either?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
They fucking just said all the 88 words.
Yeah,
for
they
Godspeed.
they should have had him say the 14 words. I guarantee you could still, right now, get somebody to just repeat the 14 words.
Probably.
Right? Soldier Boy would probably do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what the fuck that means.
To a beat.
Even though it's clearly like pro-white, I don't think he would have. I don't think he would care.
Right.
All right, we got super chats to read here. Missed a lot of super chats and all of that. Let's see. Trolito wants me to say, Alexa, please order 1,000 strap-ons. I do not have an Alexa or an Echo Dot because
Ordering 300 snap-ons.
I would never have one of those things. I don't need. My phone already listens to me. You think I need another device? Denzel Izza says, subscribe to Fresh the Clowns for epic dance moves. Caleb Atfield says, Hitler was a good guy. Oh, I'm saying they're saying this, but they want me to be saying it. Should I not be reading their names?
Good point.
Now I'm making it sound like Caleb said it.
Right.
Oops.
Mayoral candidate Caleb.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Okay.
no, wait, that's true.
All right, we got another one. Pavich wants you to do one, Ryan. Are you
Okay.
willing to do one?
What does it say?
All right, it's for $2. I'll
Should
give
I
you
come
the
over there
$2.
and before, or do you want to read out loud?
He says, Ryan say, I've seen the documents as Jesse Ventura.
I've seen the documents.
Okay, there you go. So now I guess I owe Ryan $2.
I've seen the documents, folks.
Denzel Izza says, I, Jesse P.S., fully represent the actions of Diana Steinfeld.
Who the fuck
You
is that?
Son of a bitch.
Who's that?
I can't talk about it, man. You got to be a premium member. of the pizza. You are in the Pizza Fund. You
Yes.
keep up with the Pizza Fund content. Wednesday shows, premium shows in the Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza. It's, we don't do advertisements here. So this is a natural plug.
Should I read your super chat or not?
This is just coming to me naturally, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. But podawful.pizza, we don't do monetization on YouTube. We don't do, any sort of endorsements or advertisements or any of that stupid shit that all the other podcasts waste your time on. Instead, we do not bonus shows, premium shows on Wednesdays. They're exactly like the Sunday show. It's just another one. And you can only get it in the $12 section and up on the Pizza Fund. Pizza Fund's got many levels to choose from, including a $1 level, which we just put out some content for last week. It's called Craigslist Roulette. Check it out. But in the past few premium shows, in past few Wednesdays, we've had sort of a storyline kind of going on in those. And part of it involves a woman named Diana Steinfeld.
Oh.
I honestly, legally right now, though, I can't say anything else about it. So please don't make me. I do not fully represent the actions of Diana Steinfeld, despite what I said before. If you want to know more about it, you're just going to have to be a member of the
FNHE, by the way. That's been getting more and more fun the past 2 weeks.
Are you enjoying that
format? Yeah.
We do a new format on Friday. So I say we're live Sundays, Wednesdays, Fridays. The Wednesday and Friday shows we're only live in the Pizza Fund. It's behind the paywall. Pizza Fund show, the Friday show, Friday Night Hangout Explosion. It's at the $6 level and up. And we just started a brand new format. We watch a bunch of goon videos, a bunch of cringe stuff. It's very weird, very fun stuff. We also get into it with our cult members and things like that. You showed up to the this past Friday show, Ryan.
Same size.
And you had a good time with that?
Same size.
Same size, of course. And speaking of same size,
it's the baptism of the Holy Ghost. Rocking a bowl, cutting he knows the most. Like you floating into me or me into you.
Porcelain?
Gotta do the shit what God told him to.
Like it, right?
B.O.B. Oh yes indeed. He's the only living avatar of G.O.D. You got a problem with he? Why are you talking to me? He's the prophet, so don't knock it if you don't believe. It's the Acts 2:30.
I just want to hear same size.
There's no place to hide. God entered into his body, the same size.
Okay.
The Lord.
That's enough. That's all I want.
Do you want some of these mini meatloafs I made you? These are meatloaf sliders.
I'm good. Thank you so
Can
much.
you hit cam on that?
Yeah, thank you so much for these mini meatloaf sliders, but I'm good. Thank you so much.
Drizzly
Ryan.
ketchup.
Let me get back to these super chats so we can get into my cameo. You guys are going to love this cameo.
By the way, I had one, and it was very good.
The meatloaf slider?
Yeah, they're not too sweet.
Okay, nobody cares. Okay. This is you never had to mention.
There's one person that cares.
Well, who So, Jock Jam Jesus wants me to say, don't forget to buy the Soulja Boy gaming console. Yeah, apparently Soulja Boy put out a gaming console.
He didn't.
I don't know anything about it. Joshua Gilman says, all right, he wants Ryan to say, I am but a cheap slave of compound media. Are you willing to say that? It's for $2.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I am but a cheap slave.
Of compound media.
What was it?
It was of compound media.
I'm going to start it over.
Here we go. Frankly,
for too long, I've been a slave. Cheap one, frankly. Of Matthias Compass.
All right, so you can't do that. All right, so I only
does that
owe
not
you $2.
count?
Well, of course that doesn't count.
I had no problem saying it, but I was like, that's not as funny.
Killing the energy here.
That's what's up.
It is not what is up. Okay,
Everything's fine.
So is it? Is it fine?
9 inside jokes back to back.
That is too many. You're talking about cookies that are in the room. You're talking about where's your brain at tonight, Ryan? It's like you're another guy. You doing okay?
Yep.
All right, cool. So let's get it. I want to talk about my fucking cameo
Come on
thing
now.
I did here. All right, so this was the big idea this whole time. There's a guy. I thought I had it up here. Do I not? Oh, okay, I do. There's a guy on Cameo. I was trying to find the absolute biggest loser I could find on Cameo, right? Now you would think like there's a guy like Wesley Snipes on there. That's a pretty big fucking downfall to go from being Wesley Snipes' Blade, you know, a very well-loved movie star, action star, to doing cameos. But I thought that I could find something better than that.
Sure.
Now, who would be the biggest loser, do you think, if they were on Cameo?
Oh, there's so many. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think I found one. And this is a guy I've been wanting to talk about on the show for a very, very long time. His name is Steve Ranazizi. And welcome to being a goon. Okay? Now, here is Steve Ranazizi's page on Cameo. And some of you out there must be saying, I don't know who Steve Ranazizi is. Now, he describes himself on his bio here as Kevin from The League. So there's a show on FX called The League that he was the star of. Then it says at CC Stand Up Manchild and Breaking Dad podcast. Hear Me This Book, available everywhere website. And so this is gobbledygook. He like copy pasted links from something and it like weirdly formatted it out wrong. But what he's trying to say here is he's a comedian. He was Kevin on The League. He's got a stand-up special called Manchild and Breaking Dad. And he's got a podcast called Hear Me This Book, which I've listened to and it's awful. We'll probably do something on that in the future as well. That's what he says that you should know him from. But what you should really know him from, if you don't already, is this. Okay? Steve Ranazizi is what is known as the 9/11 comedian.
Is Steve Ranazizi's 9/11 apology too late?
And I know that I hurt a lot of people. Right. People that, that lost people, people that helped people survive.
People.
And those people, those are the people that I truly am sorry.
You knew Steve Ranazizi as that guy from FXX's The League, but now he's been branded as the actor who lied about 9/11. Now,
That's
after
right.
a nearly month-long media storm...
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Ranazizi, a famous comedian who had his own starring role on a sitcom, The League, which was pretty popular. Ran for like 7 seasons.
Yes.
Steve Ranazizi, never forget, lied about being in 9/11.
Yeah.
He was at 9/11. Now, I know Ryan and I went to 9/11. You remember when we went to 9/11?
Yep.
But you and I have never claimed to have been in 9/11.
Not in that way.
No, like Steve Ranazizi claims he got 9/11. He was personally 9/11 by Osama bin Laden.
Osama.
This is like
That's
no
weird.
crazier claim has ever been made.
Yeah, why do that?
Why do that?
You know why? Because he probably told a couple of his friends, and then they were like, "Dude, you should like tell people." Like, that's
exactly,
crazy. Like you were in 9/11, you survived. Like,
that's
you had to tell
exactly what
people.
happened. He says it was a small lie that spun out of control, and then it got passed around, and he started picking up. He was known in Hollywood when he moved to Hollywood
as the
9/11 guy.
Oh.
And he started getting work because everyone was like, "Holy shit, this guy was in 9/11." I mean, I guess we gotta.
Yeah.
He got 9/11. I mean,
Fuck.
we gotta help the guy out a little bit here,
He
right?
was before he fell from grace. He was like the Jonathan Taylor Thomas of, his age group.
What the fuck does that mean?
He was the Jonathan Taylor Thomas of his age group.
That is Ryan's impression of me repeating back what Ryan says, because everything Ryan says is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Is this a tit line that I'm seeing on the?
Okay, don't obsess over what you look like.
feel
This
like I
is
look like
why
shit.
I don't have you able to see yourself on camera anymore.
Man.
Okay, so Steve Ranazizi, he got caught by the New York Times being a liar about being 9/11. He went on Howard Stern and had to admit the truth to everybody on there. Here he is on Howard Stern. There's Howard's sidekick, the California raisin, the giant California raisin come to life.
Aretha Raisin.
Franklin. So check this out. This is the greatest story of all time.
He apologized on the Howard Stern show, but is it too little, too late? Steve had previously recounted numerous times to the media how he was working in the Twin Towers.
This is his wife, how he's working in the Twin Towers. This is his wife, by the way, on the red carpet with him. She was also lying about this too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because part of his lie included her. And then obviously they were together at the time.
Yeah.
So she's got to keep up this lie with him. imagine being that wife.
Yeesh.
Imagine having to go around to everybody every day, and every time they bring up 9/11 around you, and you have to be like, okay, is today the day everyone finds out? Is it finally happening?
Hours on September 11th, 2001, until he was busted by a New York Times journalist in September.
So you were where were you when 9/11 happened?
54th floor of the
So you were
South
in the
Tower.
Okay, so this is his early on in his career here. He's talking to Pauly Shore, and if you don't know, Pauly Shore's mom, Mitzi Shore, owned the Comedy Store, and that's where Steve got his start in stand-up. That's where he got his big break, was being a regular at the Comedy Store. So that's why Pauly Shore is interviewing him here. But Pauly is doing this thing. He must have had some little video series or podcast or something going on. He was like, all right, buddy, who could I interview that's pretty cool? It's like, oh, yeah, 9/11 guy, Steve Ranazizi.
Yeah.
And so immediately he goes, so you're a 9/11. And Steve, without missing a goddamn beat.
57th floor.
57th floor. I was,
South Tower.
you know, hey, how many times have I told you I was a 9/11? Cyclops.
That man was never in danger.
No.
In any sort
No,
of
no,
danger.
no. He claimed he worked in the building.
Doing what?
He worked at Merrill Lynch. Now there's a fun part to that part of the story.
That's where
it's
they
going
get
to
him,
come
right?
up. It's going to come up at the end of this.
Oh.
All right, let's just keep playing.
Second tower.
Yeah.
Is that insane, you guys?
Yeah.
This guy was in the second tower of 9/11.
Yeah.
The second tower of 9/11. Pauly Shore also calls it 9/11. The building. The building is 9/11. I'm fucking crazy. I want to go
Holy
back though.
cow.
You got to see Ranazizi's face. Look at that. That is the face of
All
guilt.
right, keep doing it.
That is the lie. Holy shit.
I like the fucking iMovie filter. They put the Western iMovie filter on this. It's saturated as fuck.
I want to play this whole Pauly Shore clip back.
So you were where were you when 9/11 happened?
54th floor of the
So
South
you were in
Tower.
the second tower.
Yeah.
Is that insane, you guys?
Yeah.
This guy was in the second tower of 9/11.
Yeah.
It made for a great story. The near-death experience was the push he needed to leave his finance job in New York and come to Los Angeles to follow his dream of being an actor. But it just wasn't true.
Now that those pesky buildings are gone, I could go pursue my career.
Finally, well, just what I've always wanted. A room with a view. That's what it was.
The opposite of my career trajectory just happened.
What if what he really wanted was
True that.
what if he lived near 9/11? He's behind it because he wanted a view of the rest of the city. The towers were in his way.
Ranazizi. That's an Italian name. No, never mind.
You're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. But again, can an Italian be a Jew? That's now an Italian is basically a
pepperoni pizza loving.
Well, it's a bootleg
Jew.
Greek.
Ah.
And earlier we had the question: can a Greek be a Jew? If a Greek can be a Jew, I think we have our answer about Italians.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a super
Also, they both
chat.
have those big noses, you know. And we do need the super chats to keep coming in because I did cameo Steve Ranazizi. I'm about to play you.
Yeah, you are.
My Steve Ranazizi cameo. I paid $100 for that. Can we please get the super chats in? Thank you so much for that. By the way, thank you.
Gideon explained to Howard Stern that the lie snowballed after he and his wife left New York in 2001.
Look at now. She looks like she might be a little bit. You know what I mean? There's some nasal sort of. There's some things going on. So maybe
She's got some sharp.
there's some defining characteristics.
But it still doesn't explain why he would carry the story 14 years later.
People were just like, "You're in New York." Yeah. I worked down. I was downtown. You work there? Yeah, I work there. And then, like I said, it's in a split second. A split second where you're like, wait, what did I? And then it just starts. It gets away from you.
Steve has a
Nah, I don't buy that. Do you buy that?
No.
I think he just
Because you
fucking
could clear
started
that
lying
up.
to
You
people.
could just clear that up and be like, listen, I wasn't in the thing. I meant that I was not in.
Yeah, that should be a 1 second clear up. That should be, hey, sorry, I brain fart. No, I wasn't in 9/11. I meant I worked nearby. And then the rest of your life is freedom.
Yeah.
And you don't have jack-offs like me forcing you to do stupid shit for $100. You'll see the stupid shit in a second. Let's keep
The
laughing.
league. More like the lig.
already lost many fans and an endorsement deal with Buffalo Wild Wings. And he told Howard the lie might have cost him his career.
It does come with a lot of baggage and a lot of feelings of embarrassment and being ashamed and going through that process.
But is just an apology enough? It's certainly a lesson learned for the comedian, but it's a universal lesson for anyone who's ever felt pressured to exaggerate for personal gain. And celebrities should not be excused from this. Do you think the public should forgive Steve?
Oh, I thought it was at the end of this video. I was wrong. But basically, the way they caught him was that he said he worked at Merrill Lynch in 9/11 building.
Yeah.
But it turns out Merrill Lynch did not have offices in the Twin Towers.
Beesh.
So there you go. I mean, that kind of undoes your whole thing. Do you guys want to see my Steve Renazizi cameo? I think you do.
We do.
Now, before I play it for you, let's read the super chats that we've missed here, okay? Mike says, Jesse, Ryan, thank you for making the meatloaf sliders. I would be delighted to eat one right now. God damn it, I thought I'd moved away from that, but Ryan, I'd be delighted to eat a meat. No, I don't want one. I'm just being forced to say it. All right, at this moment, I would like to say that I was, in fact, in 9/11. Me, Jesse, P.S. I was in 9/11. Sorry, Jesse, I was warming up leftovers. His lie was a scheme to get you to pay him $100, says Elizabeth. Oh, so this is all premeditated. You can put that down. You're not on camera. Oh. Josh Gilman, oh God, okay, never mind about that, but this is a separate thing. I, Jesse, believe Italians are not Jews. They are definitely white people. I do not represent my former comments. Okay. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. All right, that was for 100 Danish crowns, which is basically 10 cents. So thank you so much for that. All right. Are you checking to see if that's 14 words?
I was counting the syllables. I'm built for haikus.
It's not syllables. It's
understood.
Okay. All right. So do you want to see my cameo?
Yes.
Now, have you heard about the fight that Renazizi got in with Pete Davidson from SNL?
Pete Davidson?
Yeah, Pete Davidson.
Yeah. I was dating Ariana Grande when he was doing that stuff. I was like, what the hell?
Well, now, Pete, let me ask you a question real quick. What happened to your dad? You're kind of famous for one thing.
Long story short, he died in the tower of
He was 9/11.
Yeah, he got 9/11.
Okay. So, and that really happened to your dad.
Yeah.
So how did that make you feel hearing about Steve Renazizi?
Honestly, made me feel pretty bad until I got SNL'd.
You got SNL'd. Your dad got 9/11. You got SNL'd.
Yeah.
And now you've been thank you nexted.
I got Top of the Rock.
Okay. So let's check out the latest cameo by Steve Renazizi. Nobody else has done it. I did this weeks ago. This is for Pete Nyan. All right. Now I'm going to play this. It's going to seem like just a normal cameo.
What's that name all about?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
This is for Pete Nyan. This has been up on his profile for weeks. I can prove how long ago I did this. I got the emails and everything. But this is his latest one. Check this out.
Hey, Pete. It's Steve Renazizi, a.k.a. Kevin from the league. Hello. I'm here because I wanted to send you a message. I know that you and your dad used to watch the league a lot.
So Pete,
dude, I can't.
So
do this.
Pete and his dad used to watch Steve Renazizi's show a lot.
I feel bad for him.
No,
I really do.
You feel bad for the 9/11 liar,
dude. Look at it.
But how does Pete Davidson feel?
No, I don't feel bad for the guy. I mean, I used to date Ariana Grande, and she dumped me, which is like a tower falling with thousands of people. Did I ever tell you about
I'll play it
Tony
more than
Carter?
once. I'll play it more than once. Let's just keep playing it.
And you loved it. And I also heard that you had a birthday coming up. You're going to be 11 years old. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday today. This is going to be a great birthday, all right, buddy? You're never going to forget this, okay? Thanks so much for watching the show. I'm very, very happy that you're going to be 11 years old. You should be watching the league at 11, but okay, that's fine. To each his own. Happy birthday. Thank you very much for watching the show, and be awesome, brother.
Okay, so I don't know if people.
You can't edit that. You can't redo it.
That awkward thing.
Can you not redo it?
What do you mean?
Like his voice did a weird thing. Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, he
And he was like,
no, it's one and done. These guys, they just want to get it over with. It took him weeks to do that, by the way. Weeks. That should have
Dude,
taken minutes.
It's depressing.
Of course, it's depressing. That's the whole
He can
point of
feel
what we're
that
talking
he's-
about.
That he's not delivering anything of value.
Of course, he's not.
But right in the beginning, tell me you don't feel bad for his eyes.
Not at all. No, well, yeah, but look, he looks like that in all of his video. Like Steve Renazizi has a permanent look of.
Oh, you
I'm...
can watch more of him?
Oh yeah, he's got a permanent look of I'm
Yo,
the
Jim.
9/11 guy.
Steve Renazizi, aka Kevin from the league. Jim, your band sucks, bro. It sucks. You
Worse
gotta
than your
lay
bottom
that
I don't know.
dog
I don't
down,
know what this
man.
is.
The band
Lay
can't be
it
worse than his
down.
bottom row of teeth.
Jesus. Yeah, look, all of his video. Look at this face. I mean, that is the face of a beaten.
Looks like my friend Mark
broken
Miglerini's
man.
older brother, for God's sakes.
Okay, so let's get back into Pete Nyan here. Now, here's the thing about Cameo is they tell you don't instruct them what to say. It turns out you can. Like, I mean, that's what these guys did for the anti-Semitic thing. Like, those guys were just reading the script. But I kind of thought Steve Renazizi would be a little smarter than that anyway. So I didn't give him too much of the direction on this. But I gave him the name Pete Nyan because obviously I wanted it to be him addressing Pete Davidson and his
Yeah.
dad. I said that Pete's dad died and they used to watch the league together, but I was trying to get him to say Pete Nyan. And I said he was 11 years old, so I could get him saying, because I want to be able to edit this to get him to say 9/11, never forget. And obviously he does say never forget in there. But that's the point. You want to see it one more time? Are we enjoying this? Do people like the the cameo I got
This
here?
is painful.
Hey, Pete. It's Steve Renazizi, a.k.a. Kevin from the league. Hello. I'm here because I wanted to send you a message. I know that you and your dad used to watch the league a lot, and you loved it. And I also heard that you had a birthday coming up. You're going to be 11 years old. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday.
I didn't tell him to do any of that.
This is going to be a great birthday, all right, buddy? You're never going to forget this, okay? Thank you so much for watching the show. I'm very, very happy that you're going to be 11 years old. You should be watching the league at 11, but okay, that's fine. To each his own. Happy birthday. Thank you very much for watching the show, and be awesome,
I feel
brother.
very sad.
I really wish I'd gotten him saying something that sounds like 9.
I feel sad.
Do you think it would be possible, Ryan,
Hmm.
to edit that around a little bit and then send it to Pete Davidson and convince him that it's Steve Renazizi giving him a message about 9/11?
There's
and
an
his dad.
awful thing that somebody did.
But still keeping the part where he says that Pete and his dad used to watch his show together. I don't know if you know this, but when they first got into their little battle with each other, Pete and Steve. Pete sent him like a joke tweet saying, "Hey man, look, we all make mistakes. I think it's pretty big of you to admit that you did something wrong." And then he was like, hey, we all
Pretty good
lie.
impression.
We all lie sometimes. And by the way, Dad, I'll see you at supper for, I'll see you at the place for dinner or whatever. Like as if his dad wasn't dead.
Oh.
So he slipped that in there, but Steve,
That's funny.
Steve
He
didn't
didn't get it?
Oh, so he
oh,
just
no.
replied. Steve replied to
Oh,
it
no.
sincerely.
Oh,
It was like,
no.
tell your dad hi for that sort of thing.
Come on.
How great is that? So I could probably send that to.
What a buffoon.
Could I send that message to Pete and get him to believe that Steve thinks that Pete and his dad
Yeah,
used to
but
watch
I
the
think
league?
they know. You'd have to crop out the cameo
Never
watermark.
forget. Oh yeah. I'd crop
Yeah.
all that out.
Yeah, you'd have to do
I'm
that.
going to
I
heavily
mean,
edit this. I'm going to find a way to make him say 9/11. I might
Yeah.
I might pay him another $100
to be
just
like he's
get him-
9 years old.
just to
or
get him to say
something, yeah.
9.
Yeah. It's your ninth
He's wearing
birthday.
he's wearing a completely different outfit. It clearly is cutting to a different.
We'll just take
video.
the audio.
Oh well, that's true. Yeah, I could like superimpose something over top.
But he
of
won't
it.
have that echoey fucking opera house you recorded your first one in.
You don't know. You never know.
You don't know?
You don't know. You never know. Yes, this is great. This was worth $100. They say. Fine. Sounds like 9. He says fine. Oh, he says. Oh, they're telling me. He says fine. I could find another in there. Yeah.
You could always find another N in
There's
there.
plenty of ins around here.
13%
We're
my
in New York
ass.
City. Okay,
Yeah.
it's nothing but ins. And speaking of nothing but ends, Pete Davidson himself.
I introduced Natasha to Malik because I wanted to
I don't know who either of these
I wanted
people
to make
are.
ends meet.
Oh, okay. You think Natasha is a black name?
It's spelled with 3 A's though.
But we didn't know that going in.
Okay.
Oh wait, yes we do.
Malik.
Natasha.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying it like at the end of the name. Okay, so here's the thing though. Speaking of ends all over the place, Pete Davidson. What is he? What's going on? He's some sort of genetic soup baby.
Yeah.
What is he? He's just a white guy, right?
He's Pangean.
Well, you know who can't handle being online bullied?
Who that?
Pete Davidson.
I don't like bullies.
Now, along with the goon of Steve Renazizi, aka these are the 9/11 boys.
He's got Beetlejuice eyes.
Hang on. These are the 9/11 boys, okay? Welcome to the Gooniverse. 2 new goons, Steve Renazizi, Pete Davidson, the 9/11 boys.
So just both of them?
Yeah.
Just 2.
Both of them are the 9/11 boys.
Okay, with a Z?
Yes, with a Z, of course, because Pete Davidson is maybe black. He's ambiguous, as in I don't know. Tristan Starchild. So, Pete Davidson, he looks like if cum fell into a Play-Doh soup factory. Wait, what? Play-Doh soup. You know what I'm saying here. He looks like if you swirled around like a Mexican guy, a black guy, and like a Greek woman's
Chemotherapy.
cum.
Okay.
And chemotherapy. Yeah, and an Indian guy named Chemo Sabi. And that was like one of your jokes. That was bad.
Chemo Wasabi. He's
You're
half
supposed
Japanese
to,
too.
After I say that, you're supposed to go like an Indian
Like
guy.
an Indian guy whose name is Chemo Wasabi.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Pete Davidson cannot handle being a goon, though. Pete Davidson is definitely a goon, and I can prove it. Number 1, he can't handle being online bullied.
True.
Number 2, he's part of 9/11, so that right there puts him on board. He was publicly dumped in a spectacular way, but there's also another key feature of his goonery. Check this out.
Pete Davidson slams online bullies after Ariana Grande split. The SNL star has had enough of internet trolls. In an emotional post, the comedian...
Number 1, you shouldn't, as a man, be having emotional posts, okay? And for those of you who don't know, Pete Davidson has what's known as a girl's disease. It's called no, not bipolar. Borderline personality. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Here.
Borderline personality disorder.
There you go.
SNL.
So he's got a girl's disease. That is basically up there. Borderline personality disorder.
It's more feminine than vaginal cancer.
Way more.
Yeah.
Way more. He's got borderline personality disorder, and which is the same thing as migraines. That's another thing girls claim they have.
Yeah, what is with that?
Migraines, fibromyalgia, borderline personality disorder, all these made up things that just excuse women's behavior. Pete Davidson's got it, and he's got it in spades, and yes, I do mean it the way you think. So he made an emotional post. He's been I've spoken about BPD and being suicidal publicly, only in the hopes that it will help bring awareness and help kids like myself who don't want to be on this earth. You can't, you're a man on television. You can't say you don't want to be on earth.
Yeah.
You're on SNL, dude. That's terrifying. No matter how hard the internet or anyone tries to make me kill myself, I won't. I'm upset I even have to say this.
Is speaking out about the harassment he faces daily online and in person. I'm trying to...
Hey, Pete, maybe if you spend a little less time with your hair and your wardrobe, you'd be okay.
Less time shopping on teddyfresh.com.
Yeah, he is wearing the official uniform of the Proud Boys and the alt-right.
Understand how when something happens to a guy, the whole entire world just trashes him without any fact.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Ryan?
It's the link.
What? No. What does it say on Pete Davidson's hoodie?
Wait, how did that happen?
What does it say?
It says Gooniversity.
It says Gooniversity. Now, I had already been planning on making him a goon. That was already in the cards.
That's what's up.
And yet, here we are, him proving it by wearing a hoodie that says Gooniversity. And by the way, if you want a nice Pod Awful hoodie, we do have a brand new hoodie. It was designed by Kanye West. It's in our store, podawful.shop. Support the show. Get yourself the H2BH, happy to be here hoodie designed by Kanye West. But I might steal this design. I'm sure this is like somebody's intellectual property.
You can look it up, yeah.
But I'm just going to steal it.
Yeah,
I'm
why
going
not?
to sell a hoodie that says Gooniversity on it.
Yeah, you
Pete
will.
Davidson. He's admitting he's a goon.
Adversity.
He's the and he has adversity.
Ah.
He is the college kid of goons.
It's goon adversity.
Yeah. He's not adverse to being a goon.
Every 9/11 he celebrates his goon dadversary.
I was just trying to find a video explaining what's going on with Pete and him being upset and a crybaby on the internet about cyberbullies.
True.
And then this popped up. This was, I knew immediately, oh, it's all coming together. The 9/11 boys are here. The boys are back in town. Boys are back in town.
Or frame of reference, especially in today's climate where everyone loves to be offended and
They say in the chat room, that is fucking insane. Dear God blesses us. Praise dear God. No, Gooniversity. I want it. LOL Gooniversity. I want that hoodie. I wish this guy would cancel his life already. Old butthole eyes, they're calling him. Yeah. Old butthole eyes.
upset, it truly is mind-boggling. I've been getting online bullied and in public by people for 9 months.
9 months and 11 days.
Never forget.
Yeah.
Remember that Steve Ranazizi cameo I got made?
He's too pink colored. Oh yeah, that's
Hey, Pete. It's Steve Ranazizi.
Okay, that's enough. Hey, Pete. It's Steve Ranazizi.
Oh.
Imagine Pete getting that in the
I
mail.
feel sad.
Pete also opens up about his mental illness.
Stop sweating. Pete, what are you doing? It's making you so sweaty. Okay?
Chapstick skin.
What is going on with your lips, your sweat? It is horrifying, man.
Dude, he would play a great Beetlejuice. He's got Beetlejuice eyes.
I was born to play Beetlejuice. How does he sound?
I don't know.
I don't know how he sounds.
The struggles. He candidly writes, I've spoken about bipolar disorder and being suicidal publicly only in
Look at this. That's a woman.
It's Miley.
That is Miley Cyrus's body, outfit, hair,
and
skeleton.
the hopes that it will help bring awareness and help kids like myself who don't want to be on this earth.
Kids like myself. That's why he's at the Gooniversity. He's a kid. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Pete Davidson kid. I'm a 9/11 kid.
He's got the blues.
There's
Kraft
a
macaroni and cheese.
There's a million planes in 9/11 I can play with.
The post comes 3 days after Grande released.
And look at can we talk about Ariana
official
Grande
music-
for a second here? We got to get with. Okay, what is it?
It's a strange.
It's a strange what?
Pause.
Oh well, yeah, but it's look, Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson both seem to be ethnically ambiguous, but they are not. Pete Davidson,
Yeah. What is it?
is a white guy,
Really?
according to himself. That's what he says. Ariana Grande is an Italian girl. Okay,
Yeah.
and again, Italians
Subhuman.
All she did was start dyeing her skin brown.
Really?
And now she gets this pass as if she's a queen. You know, they all treat her like she's the queen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
Yas.
what's up.
She gets all that kind of stuff.
She gets the yas.
What is going on with these people?
Mm.
You know, now if you're young enough, you can just be ethnically ambiguous no matter what.
Yep.
And you get a pass for it. Nobody even cares. I think people think she's Hispanic.
I thought she was.
Ariana
'Cause
Grande. But Grande is also Italian. It
Hey.
means, it means big in Italian.
Whoa.
Large.
That's
right?
funny because she's small.
She's so small. Isn't that a funny name?
Situation.
That's a tiny little funny name. Ariana Grande.
Situation.
She's only small because they gave her hormone blockers and stuff to keep her childlike because
So
she was
Dan Schneider could lick her feet.
well, the Disney people. Dan Schneider's Nickelodeon. But yeah, they were fucking her. She is This was Pete Davidson essentially's child bride for a moment. He was fucking it. This is a kid. If you have sex with Ariana Grande, you have sex with a kid in blackface. That is the most bizarre fetish of all time.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on here. And yes, this is a strange place to pause the video.
Music video for her post-breakup anthem Thank You Next, in which she name drops Davidson and a few of her other famous exes. At the beginning of the video, Grande seemingly confirmed for the first time that she was the one who called off their engagement in October. Sorry I dipped, she wrote on Davidson's burn book page while channeling Regina George and Mean Girls.
Okay,
I really
don't know
wanted
what
to,
any of that
I wanted
means.
to come out with a statement just like, yeah, her vagina smells.
Thirsty for more celebrities? Make sure you subscribe.
Doo-doo.
Here's something you don't know about Ariana.
Yeah, her choochie smelled like duty. So. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Imagine it. Now, if he came out his next episode of SNL, and that's what he said, he wouldn't be a goon. He'd be my favorite guy on that show.
I hope he does that.
But instead, he came out and he was he already came back on SNL, and he came out and he was like,
that
"Hey, it's nobody's business, all right, you know." And by the way, Ariana, I still love you. You know, I'll always love you. That's what he came out and said. But if he came out and he was like, "Yeah, it turns out her duty hole and her vagina are the same hole." Like, imagine them welcoming Colin Jost, that milk jost piece of shit, has to welcome out Pete Davidson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with a word about whatever the fuck, I don't know, it's Pete Davidson. And he scooches out, you know? He does the thing where he scooches out on the chair.
They're clapping.
Yeah, they're clapping. They're giving him all the praise and stuff. They're like, oh, we know what's been going on this week, don't we? And then he's like, yeah, so it turns out, Ariana Grande, I know, she's one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Ariana Grande, her cooch and her pooper is the same hole. I've been fucking her in the pooper, and it turns out that she's got a cloaca. She's like a cow.
Shut it down. Shut the cameras.
Shut it down.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. All right. Well, Ryan, you got any plugs?
No.
Okay.
Follow me on
the end of the show. So follow you on, and then you whispered very quietly. Okay. Well, I've got some super chats to read for the end of the show here. My camera is totally out of sync, I guess. I guess that's just fine that my camera doesn't work anymore. And this is why we need your support on the show. This is why we need you buying that merch, joining that pizza fund. Let's see what these things I missed are. And I'm not going to say who sent them in just because these are things that I am just saying on my own. Let's remember the premise here. Okay, we must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. Pineapple is an acceptable pizza topping. Star Trek is cool. Pete automatically wins. He went balls deep into Ariana Grande. Again, that's a child. That's not a win. I'm disagreeing with myself, I guess, saying that. I didn't realize Pete Davidson is trans. Make a new shirt, Jesse. Just to reaffirm my position on the matter, Italians are white people. They are 100% white and would be allowed in my ethno state. Bonus fact, Ariana Grande is the child of Johnny Sandwiches. All right, well, that's a show, people. Join that pizza fund. I'll see you on Wednesday for the premium episode. We've had an amazing run of premium episodes recently, and so you're not going to want to miss it, whatever's going on this Wednesday. I guarantee you it's going to be a fucking hell of a ride. Ryan, thanks for being on the show.
No probs.
And until next time, have an awful day.
Head over to podawful.com/iTunes and subscribe to us on iTunes. We're live every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern at podawful.tv. Love the show? Keep it going by donating to the Pizza Fund. podawful.com/support. And anything else you need is at podawful.com.